Previously. Kevin forgot to tell me to include these at the end of the last episode, so here they are now.
I want to end week 5 by answering the question that's been plaguing me a little bit. Why are we even taking this trip? Now, the reason this has been plaguing me for a while is I initially didn't know the answer to this question. I was planning the trip, I was taking the necessary steps, but I didn't know why we were doing it. I just felt obligated to do it, like it was something I really had to do. But over time, I think I've distilled it to 3 primary reasons. The first reason being increasing my well-roundedness. In college, I was extremely focused on work and work alone. How do I get a better job? How do I do better for this club I was a part of? But now I sort of want to focus on what are some other parts of life? What are some other things I can explore and do to make myself better? The second and probably most important reason is self-confidence. Vlogging, I thought of myself as a pretty self-confident guy, but vlogging in public has been extremely challenging. I'm still struggling with it. Like, I'm in the subway right now and I've done 8 takes of this. And that's not necessarily to say that there shouldn't be situations where I should be scared, because I don't want to be shameless in vlogging, but, just confident enough to share what I want to say and share what I think and things of that nature. The third reason is pushing my limits, figuring out what keeps me motivated to keep going when things are bad, or where is my breaking point in terms of sleep deprivation, or poor planning, or getting our bags confiscated because they're too heavy. So essentially just pushing ourselves farther than we've ever had before and seeing what comes out of it. Hello and welcome to week 6. We're still in Sydney and we're packing up really hastily because we have now 5 minutes to check out of our hostel. After this, we're going to head to Queenstown, New Zealand, which will mark our 6th country so far. Queenstown will be probably the primary content of this episode because we'll be there for 5 days. We're going to do some bungee jumping, have some disc golf, and other crazy stuff that I'm sure will happen in Queenstown. So we'll see you there. Okay, so we're currently in the Sydney airport about to head to Queenstown. We had a little bit of a ruckus coming in. We challenged some check-in weight restrictions for our baggage, and David's toothpaste also got confiscated because it was over 100 grams, and they don't do it by milliliters, so they don't see milliliters. So hopefully getting into Queenstown immigration is less of a problem. Once we got settled into our hostel, we saw that there was a pool competition that night, so we decided to give it a shot. David ended up only getting 3rd place, but to make up for that, we made some friends, went out for drinks, and finished with a late night snack.
It's day 2 of New Zealand, and we're finally doing one of the things I've been looking forward to the most, which is playing my first international disc golf course.
finished our game of disc golf, my first ever game of disc golf. Went pretty well, beautiful course. According to the resident expert, it's not a great course. But now we're gonna go check out the gondola and the luge. Arguably the most fun thing we've done in Queenstown so far after being here for only one day. Aside from people getting our way 24/7 and going slow. Thoughts?
It was fun.
Cool. And now it's dinner time. Okay, welcome to day 4. It's Thursday. We skipped yesterday because we were mostly doing laundry and other admin tasks. But today we decided to make up for yesterday, and we're gonna hike probably our longest hike of the trip, all the way up to the Ben Lomond Peak. Okay, so we're currently on part 2 of our Ben Lomond trek. Part 1 was significantly more difficult than we thought, or at least I thought. And now we have 3 hours until we reach the summit, or 3 hours according to the sign. So hopefully we'll see you there. Unless I get a headache, we have to turn around. We're about to go back down after hanging out for 30 minutes and hopefully no longer dying. Summit review, great summit. Definitely worth the hike. As far as other hikes we've done, I would say the earlier assessment I made was correct. It's definitely not as peak hard, but it is on average much harder than any hike, including main K-way. So the nice wind keeping us cool. So we'll see you at the bottom. Alright, here's my hot take for the week. I actually hate how easy it is going down from hikes. That's because if you think about the story of this hike, the ascension was super rough. Thought I was gonna pass at a couple points. We get to the top, beautiful. But as we're coming down, we're lulled into a false sense of security. And, that's pretty dangerous considering that I almost fell like 3 times. The gondola down is free. Yes. The gondola is where it's at. I have never been in so much pain just standing. Or sitting for that matter, I'm still in pain. So today is Valentine's Day, 5th day in Queenstown, and I decided to buy David some chocolates. Oh, thanks.
This. Okay, I know this looks kind of bad, but after realizing it was Kevin that put the chocolates there, not some secret admirer, I swear I was much more thankful than I looked.
The other thing I forgot to mention is in honor of Valentine's Day, we're going bungee jumping. David walking to his doom. Alright, just finished our Valentine's Day bungee jump. I'm feeling closer as a couple than ever. I've really grown as a person, human being, and as, a soul bond.
Cringe, bro.
I hope you enjoyed the footage. It's our final night in Queenstown, and I'm gonna end it the best way I know how. Ice cream. Always ice cream. It's now Saturday morning, and we're in the airport making our way to Wellington. A lot of people I know were raving that Queenstown was by far their favorite town in the world, and I think if price wasn't an issue, I'd agree with them, whether it be, the great landscapes, the great people we met, or all of the outdoors activities. But it was very expensive. But all in all, a great place, and it's going to be hard to beat for the rest of the world. And there it was. The moment we've been dreading finally happened. Our bags were weighed, and we were over the 7-kilogram limit, so we had to fork up $45.
After we arrived at our Airbnb and put our stuff down, we spent about 45 minutes walking through the scenic city of Wellington to get to our next attraction. True Lord of the Rings fans know that when you visit New Zealand, there's two places you gotta go. The first one is Hobbiton in Rotorua. The second one is Weta Workshops here in Wellington. So let's go check it out.
Cameras, any kind of recording device, anything with a lens, now needs to be off.
Weta was really cool. If you're in New Zealand, I definitely recommend coming. But we were a little tired afterwards, so we kind of passed out for a couple hours. Didn't record anything yesterday. So now we're here at the airport getting ready to go to Rotorua.
So it looks like there's actually no security for our gate, so hopefully we can sneak all of our dangerous things in. Is your adrenaline still pumping from that thrilling episode? Well, join us next week on March 15th for even more excitement. But hold up, before you have a heart attack, here's some clips from next week's episode.
As soon as I can.
Here we go again with the rain. You can't see it, but you sure can hear it. Oh my God.